Have you ever felt so trapped that even your own house feels like a prison? That was exactly how Wale felt that hot Lagos evening. He sat stiffly on his creaky couch in his small living room. The air smelled faintly of kerosene and sweat. The dim yellow bulb flickered like it was about to die, throwing shadows that moved on the cracked wall. In his hand was a paper that burned his eyes like fire. A red rent notice. 1,000,000 nairas due next month. His fingers drummed faster and faster on his thigh. His heart raced. Never again, he muttered under his breath. I will not suffer again. Something inside him snapped. He jumped up, slipped into his old slippers, and stormed out. Lagos was noisy that night. Horns blared, Danfo buses screamed, hawkers chased cars, and the sea of people never ended. But Wale wasn't interested in the crowd. His mind was boiling. He walked through the busy streets, breathing heavily. Everywhere he turned, he saw people working hard, some selling food, some pushing carts, some counting money. Why not me? Wale whispered. Why must I always be the one broke? He clenched his fists. His hunger for quick money grew stronger. The next day, Lagos Beach was like a festival. Music blasted, children laughed, couples posed for selfies, and food vendors shouted about roasted corn and grilled meat. But Wale wasn't there to relax. He scanned the crowd like a hunter searching for prey. He first approached a man sipping coconut water. My friend, I have a good business that pays well. Just invest a little, and your money will triple in weeks. The man laughed so hard that the coconut seller joined in. That's how people fool others. Please, leave me alone. Wale bit his lip, embarrassed but stubborn. Then he saw David, the famous crypto trader known for his flashy car and heavy gold chain. David, Wale called, rushing to him. There's a new coin, X-Empire. 6,000,000 nairas will turn to 13,000,000 nairas quickly. Can you give me 1,000,000 nairas to invest? David smirked, sipping his drink. If it's that good, why don't you invest your own money? He walked away slowly. Wale stood frozen, his anger boiling. Later, Wale's eyes caught something unusual. A crowd was cheering. A group of men were gambling huge money on who could hold their breath underwater the longest. A tall, muscular man named Tari kept winning again and again. 2,000,000 nairas. Someone shouted. 5,000,000 nairas. Another yelled. Tari always came out smiling, his hands full of cash. By sunset, he had won millions. Wale scratched his chin. A dangerous thought crept into his mind. That night, Wale couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned on his hard mattress. If that guy can win millions just by holding his breath, why can't I try? All I need is a small trick. The more he thought about it, the more he believed this was his chance. The next morning, Wale filled a big bucket with water. Today, I will train myself. He dipped his head inside and held his breath. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 8 minutes. He came out gasping, coughing, but determined. He repeated it over and over, ignoring the pounding in his chest. Chapter 8 Borrowed Troubles. To chase his dream, Wale borrowed nearly 400,000 nairas from loan apps. The messages kept coming. Repay now or face action. But he ignored them. Greed was louder than fear. He remembered Peter, an old friend, once a brilliant science student, now jobless. Peter, Wale begged, I need help. I want something that will help me breathe underwater. At first, Peter refused. But after much persuasion, he agreed. He modified a tiny breathing device he bought online. "This thing will work," Peter warned, "but don't abuse it." At night, Wale crept to the beach like a thief. He hid the device under an abandoned boat at the shore, silent, invisible, ready. The weekend came. Tari was there, smiling like a king. "Are you sure you are ready?" Tari mocked. Wale smiled confidently. "Let's play." They both dived into the water. Tari struggled after a while, but Wale calmly breathed through his secret device. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. At 59 minutes, Wale emerged like a hero. The crowd went wild. That day, Wale walked away with bags of money. People hailed him as the new champion. For the first time in his life, he felt like a king. In weeks, Wale's life changed. He rented a 6 million nairas apartment in Lekki. He bought designer clothes, threw parties, and filled Instagram with flashy pictures. He ignored calls from old friends. Even Peter's messages went unanswered. One night, Peter came to his new apartment. "Wale, I just need 1 million nairas to start a business," Peter begged. Wale frowned. "Friend, I don't print money. Take 100,000 nairas and leave." Peter's face hardened. He walked away quietly. But inside, he burned with anger. Peter found Tari and told him the truth. "That beach champion uses a device. I built it for him." Tari's eyes lit up with revenge. "Good. Let's trap him." Tari called Wale. "Some rich men from abroad want to gamble 1 billion nairas each. Can you join?" Wale's greed exploded. "Yes. Count me in." But he lacked 300 million nairas. Tari helped him with a loan that carried poison. The beach was packed. Cameras rolled. The bets were bigger than ever. Wale dived straight for his hidden spot. But when he reached for the device, nothing. The boat was gone. The device was gone. His chest tightened. His body screamed for air. He kicked upward, gasping, bursting out too early. The crowd roared with laughter. "He's a fraud," someone shouted. "Fake champion," another yelled. Wale staggered out of the water, humiliated. His enemies smirked. Even the loan sharks in the crowd were watching. His victory days were over. By evening, loan agents began to call non-stop. Threats filled his phone. His luxurious apartment no longer felt safe. His money was gone. His pride was gone. He called Peter. No answer. He called David. No answer. Even his old neighbors ignored him. He was truly alone. Soon, his landlord locked his new apartment. His belongings were thrown out. From marble floors, Wale returned to sleeping on a wooden bench near the beach. Each night, he stared at the sea. He remembered the cheers, the money, the glory. All gone because of greed. "If only I started small. If only I worked honestly," he whispered. One evening, he walked into the water, staring at the waves. He felt the cold water rising. He didn't dive. He just stood, broken, until the waves pushed him back. It was as if the ocean itself refused to take him. Days later, children played where Wale once stood proud. Nobody remembered his name. The ocean continued to roar, carrying secrets of men who tried to cheat it. A voice echoed in his mind, one final truth. Greed blinds. Discipline sustains.